well that such periods of recuperation are necessary to such weak souls as mine, and so no ill. But I fell from my will, and sought other ends and life, and so the hand came upon me, and tore away that which I desired, as thou knowest. Also it is written in the temple of Solomon the king. Yet consider also these 2 years as a necessary preparation for the greatest of all events which befell me in El Kahira, in the land of Cam, the choice of me as the word of the Aeon. Now then, for a while I worked with my will, though not wholly, and again the hand reached forth and smote me. This, albeit my slackness was but as a boy playing truant, not a revolt against myself. Wherefore, despite all, I made much progress in short time. On his sin, de suo peccato. Now then, well schooled, I strove no more against my nature, and worked with all my will. Thou knowest well how greatly I was rewarded. Yet in this last initiation to the grade of Magus, wherein 73 days, as men count days, is but one day, the ordeal grew so fierce and intolerable that I gave back a step. I did not utterly renounce the work, but I swore not to continue unless mine agony were abated. But after 15 days I came to myself in a certain ordeal wherein I knew myself finally, that I could not do other than take up that fearful burden that had broken my spirit, and for those 15 days have I not suffered infinite things? Was not the tree of my work frozen, one branch withered, and one blasted? Look no more, O my son, upon thy father's shame. On his victory through the name Babylon, de sua victoria per nomen Babylon, and after is dawn, for I have toiled through the night in my great love and care of thee. How is it with me? It is well, for I have found myself. I have found my will. The obstacles that daunted me are seen to be but shadows of shadows. Grace be unto Our Lady Babylon. Thus it is written in the book of the law, remember all ye that existence is pure joy, that all the sorrows are but as shadows, they pass and are done, but there is that which remains. Learn then that it is in the contemplation of division that sorrow is, for division is the formula of Choronzon. It is therefore discreet for thee to unite each element of sorrow with its opposite, in whose triumph of Hymen is ecstasy, until by the apprehension of the new great opposite the idea is again seen as sorrow. This then is the issue from sorrow, and thou mayst understand that I now also am confident in the necessity of this my fall to prepare the formula of mine exaltation. Therefore, my son, thus hail me, blessing and worship to the beast, the prophet of the lovely star. On the unutterable secret. De arcano nefando. My son, learn this concerning magic, that the yang moveth, and thus giveth itself up eternally. But the yin moveth not, seeking ever to enclose or restrict, reproducing in its own likeness what impression soever is made thereon, yet without surrender. Now the Tao absorbeth all without reproduction. So then let the yang turn thereto, and not unto the yin. And that thou mayst understand this, I say, it is a mystery of Otio. For the sun ariseth not, and entereth to strike upon the high altar of the minister by the great western gates, but by the rose oriel doth he make way and progress to his pageant. O my son, the doors of silver are wide open, and they tempt thee with their beauty, but the narrow portal of pure gold shalt thou come more nobly to the sanctuary. Behold, thou knowest not how perfect is this magic. It is the dearest bought and holiest of our arcana. What then is like unto my love toward thee, that bestoweth upon thee this treasure of my wisdom? My son, neglect it not, for it is the exorcism of exorcisms and the enchantment of enchantments.
make a very funny